I am Nemesis Prime. You are nothing.
You guys remember when PulseCon completely dropped the ball and released this as their big exclusive? The same hotshot figure in red with two stupid guns that everyone only bought for the jolt. Well, I remember. I was on Gay from Ace channel when it got revealed. I was the guy with no microphone.
I want to get my Rodimus and Optimus to pull on my foreskin.
I bring this up because old habits die hard. Unless you're Hasbro and Takara, then I guess they're fucking immortal. That's right, baby. New year, new intro, same Fox with bad takes.
I ain't changing shit about myself, fucking proving.
2025, the only year where only one movie got released. Okay, I also saw these two and they weren't horrible. Superman still solos. Go watch that if you haven't.
What the hey, dude?
So it's almost 2026, and after a month of running out of jokes, running out of content, and running out of patience for a show I wanted to love, I decided to end the year off by finishing what I started and reviewing the final figure of year one of Age of the Grimes. So grab your sparkling apple juice or whatever, and let's ring in the new year right.
Ta-ta, Turtle Man.
Now, in order to get a feel of what this figure is going to be like, we gotta go back.
Back to neck.
So back in 2023, Hasbro announced a return to Armada with the Armada Optimus Prime Commander class figure. It was generally well received by fans, even winning the coveted Transformers Hall of Fame award for Figure of the Year in 2023. This is him in black. Here he is in vehicle mode, and your first thought when seeing this is probably,
Where is the rest?
What do you mean?
I mean, you got no face, you got no trailer, you got no pingers. Well, for whatever reason, the original Armada Nemesis Prime was a repaint of the deluxe class Bendy Prime, and thus he didn't come with the accompanying trailer that the Supreme class one got. So the omission of the trailer here is sort of supposed to be a nod to that original figure. But to a more cynical eye, this will come across as them charging more for less, because the original Commander Prime was $90 and this is closer to $100. And all the while, the damn thing still has two separate cases of visible hand syndrome, the latter of which we'll get to later. But I won't lie, this thing still looks awesome, and I imagine it would be an absolute beast on the road.
Don't touch my truck.
For accessories, he comes with this very stylized take on the classic Optimus Prime Ion Blaster. It's the exact same one that came with the Optimus, except this one has Bad Motherfucker written on the barrel.
I have the real one at home that has Bad Motherfucker right here.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We'll dive deeper into the Ion Blaster in robot mode, but in vehicle mode, it stores on the back and you can turn it around to have it shoot, so that's pretty cool. He can also store this, which we'll get into later. Here he is with the Armada Prime, literally the same figure in black paint with a blank auto badge that we'll get to later. Here he is with Prime's trailer and a Micromaster that I'm calling Sparkplug out of pure cope.
Coke?
What am I gonna do with my life?
Coke?
You're so rude.
No, I'm Sonic.
But that's all I really gotta say about vehicle mode, so let's get this thing into robot mode, shall we? Optimus, Scourge is locked onto your location and is headed this way. Don't worry, I've got this one. Trailer throw!
Fuck.
My hands are off the keyboard, they're in my pants.
This set also comes with 3 minicons, Larry, Curly, and Mo. Mo shares engineering with this one, Curly shares engineering with these two, and Larry, something combined or Silverbolt. I actually thought his arms went like this when I first got him. Like, I just thought he had weird extended arms, like the power loader from Aliens or something, I don't know. But Larry is mostly fine. We'll get into Curly's problems later, but Mo has a piece on the chest that has tended to crack with the first run of this set. So far, it hasn't yet happened to my copy, but still it's something to look out for and a big faux pas on Hasbro's part. For comparisons, here are these guys with the other 2 minicons that they made. Here they are with the other minicons I got from a third party, a 3D printer, or just cope. And here they are with the minicon founder, Micronus. He's their dad. He saw his fellow primes with sick badass weapons and he wanted to get in on the action too. And so 3 jets combined to form 1 Star Saber. Or at least they're supposed to. For whatever reason, the ports on Curly are too shallow to fit into the posts on Mo, and so making the sword is pretty much impossible. Now, I never really liked how the Minicon Saber looked. I thought it was the weakest of the Star Saber designs. But if you liked Armada and you wanted to make the sword and you couldn't make the sword, you'd probably be pretty fucking mad.
You can't keep getting away with it!
But they do still transform into 3 little jets. 10 out of 10. So here's Armada Nemesis Prime in robot mode, and your first question is probably, why does he have the face of a Terracon? Like, his face makes him look like a walker about to be worn by Negan, but as a robot.
Ready for my goddamn skin suit. You best bring that extra long tape measure on account of my humongous balls.
So basically, Megs hit him with the fuck-off cannon in their first encounter, but then he venoms himself back to life, and in a brief moment, he gets this face.
I would make out with it.
But let me tell you, this figure definitely did not skimp out on the paint. From the silver grille and red headlights, to all the various teal accents, to even the plastic of the figure itself forgoing the traditional black in favor of this rich navy blue. And this relatively clean back is also very impressive if you ignore the visible hands on the legs.
Well, don't you guys see what this means?
I don't know anything. I'm just a
Turtle man.
Oh, and don't worry about these pieces popping off, because trust me, they will. This skirt on the right seems like it's about to fall off too, so that's something to look out for. But these skirts on the back are sturdy enough that you can recreate Risky Business without worrying about them falling off. I still haven't seen that movie, by the way. I wonder if it's good. He can combine the bad motherfucker with the 2 smokestacks on the arms to form the ultimate gun.
He's unlocking the power of the Shadow Gun.
He's got this opening spark chamber that looks straight out of Beast Wars. And if you flip down the other chest panel, you can see this removable matrix, which I think is really cool. Only took me like 20 takes to say that.
And so, birthed from the critical pillar and from our Robotnik's Twitter account, I'm Hot Topic.
And no, this is not the Vorpal Saber. This is a 3D printed add-on to the Gladiator Megatron figure that I'm just using as the Vorpal Saber. Still, as a cope accessory, it is not bad. And you can get him into some other cool poses, provided the left leg doesn't want to donk out on you. He can start blasting with his smokestacks. He can assert dominance, stupid Tarn shoulders be damned. And he can do this as a reference to Shadow the Hedgehog. Here he is next to classic Nemesis Prime. Here he is next to animated Nemesis Prime, the best one, by the way.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Here he is next to his son, Rodimus Unicronus.
Look at little Goblin Jr.
Here he is next to Murderous Prime.
I am Nemesis Prime.
And here he is next to his new entourage, Sideways and Razorclaw. I don't exactly know what Razorclaw's deal is. He seems like he'd be a herald of Unicron, so I'm just making him one.
As you can see, Unicron no longer requires your services.
So you use us and then you throw us out?
Precisely.
Or option 2, we can just walk right out of here.
I feel unexplained joys and sorrows, but alas, I am synthetic.
Here he is with the most obvious comparison. And here he is with the other Decepticons of Armada. I mean, I guess he's not really a Decepticon because he doesn't have the badge, but that just gives you the chance to make him whatever faction you want. I'm thinking something in black, like this Decepticon symbol on Nemesis Prime, or this mercenary symbol on Trypticon, or this Star Raider symbol that I put on Flamewar as a wound tattoo.
I'm breaking up with you, cause I'm trying to hook up with your dad.
You will never know my suffering, forever trapped inside this robotic husk.
Now, in most videos, I'd probably give my final thoughts here, but there is another mode that we need to talk about. Nemesis Prime Super Mode.
Kill me! I'm in constant pain!
I think we're gonna have to kill this guy, Prime.
Fuck.
So yes, you can still transform this Nemesis Prime into half of a super mode. That's what I've been alluding to with the hands this entire time. And it does look pretty cool. A lot of finer details pop out in this mode. I just wish it had the other half of it. I mean, I guess you can give him Prime's trailer, but it doesn't really work.
I'm not emo. I just don't care for garish colors, okay?
Overall, Nemesis Grimes and the Three Stooges is a pretty decent set, but it has a myriad of pitfalls that prevent it from being anything other than decent. And as is, it's not worth the $100 asking price. But despite all my problems, I'm still glad I picked this up, and I'm still glad I got to review it with you guys. As of right now, I've made over 100 videos across this platform, but these 12 in the Lubsy show that consist of dead memes, sex jokes, and overall just yapping have been some of my favorite ones that I've ever made, and I've got all you guys to thank for it. I'm Lubsy, and there's only one movie to finish this year off with. Good night, everybody.
So the Primes are reunited, but that doesn't matter to me anymore. We now have the golden disc, so we now have the means to bend time to Unicron's will. Nemesis Prime, give them a demonstration.
I am
a little bit of loneliness, a little bit of disregard, handful of complaints, but I can't help the fact that everyone can see these scars.